Wiltshire Council has now set our budget for the next financial year in a marathon 9-hour full council meeting. It's an incredibly challenging time for all of us. The impact of inflation, it's hurting every one of us. It's also impacting on our businesses, and it's impacting on Wiltshire Council. So we're facing inflation levels that the funding that we're getting in can't actually cover. As a result, I'm afraid we are having to put council tax up by 4.99%. That's the maximum that we can use. It's split between adult social care and the normal council tax. We've had additional funding from government, particularly around social care, that's been really welcome. And then we've also been doing a lot of work to create more efficiencies inside the way we run the council. So you won't see changes to almost any of our services as a result of the budget. All of those efficiencies will be being delivered behind the scenes, but it does mean that we're moving £26 million around inside our £466 million budget at the same time. I think the key messages I would want you to take away would be that we are absolutely focused on addressing the long-term strategic issues that Wiltshire faces. A lot of politics now is about very short-term issues. That is not the approach we take. And a lot of councils around us are passing budgets that have massive funding gaps in future years. We haven't done that. We have 3 years worth of budget, all defined. We know all the savings we need to make to cover the next 3 years. We also aren't using any of our reserves to balance our books. Again, other councils are doing that. We are absolutely not. What we are doing is releasing £13 million of reserves that we're now going to put into addressing some of those long-term strategic issues. The biggest one being housing, and the housing market is definitely on the edge of being broken now in parts of Wiltshire, and there is a need to make sure that we are buying more temporary accommodation to avoid expensive bed and breakfast use, and addressing some of those other areas around, for example, social care workers, where we need to be providing housing to have the right people in the county to be able to meet the needs we've got.